guys, my name is Chef Ava and welcome to Rainbow Chef's Academy. Today we're making chicken pita pockets. So without further ado, let's get started. Wait, I almost forgot. Before we start to cook anything, we want to make sure we go wash our hands for 30 seconds under warm water and with soap. That way there's no bacteria in our food when we're cooking. Be right back. Now that our hands are clean, we're going to now start preparing our mise en place, which is French for everything in its place. So in front of me we have chicken breast, which is pre-cooked, salt, pepper, paprika, fresh spinach, pita pockets, whole wheat, feta cheese, tomato, onion, 2 garlic cloves, and for our materials we have a medium to small mixing bowl, some tongs, a chef's knife, a cutting board, and a spatula. To start making our chicken pita pockets, I began by cutting our pita pockets in half and separating them so that way it's similar to a little pocket. Next, we're going to start by dicing our tomato. So, to begin, we're going to start by cutting off the stem part. So, to start, we're going to cut off the stem. So we're going to place, and using wave-like motions, we're going to slice down again until it goes all the way through the tomato. Make sure to cut as close to the stem as possible, so that way you're not wasting any tomatoes. You can dispose this. Next, we're going to cut it in half. So we're going to place the flat side that we cut down, and then we're going to use our claw, pinch grip, thumb, and pointer finger, gripping the knife, wave-like motions right in the middle. And there you go, perfect. Now, we're going to place the big flat side down, and we're going to cut this in half again. Claw, pinch grip, wave-like motions. Perfect. Okay, from here, we're going to begin dicing. So, if you were to place one of the quarters down, face down, so that way it's flat and we're able to cut it, we're going to start by cutting slices using our claw, wave-like motions, and our pinch grip. You should get slices just like these. Keep going until you get all your tomato done. After you're left with slices just like these, you are now going to be indicting them. So you're going to cut again using your claw and pinch grip and wave-like motions. You're simply going to cut them into little cubes. You're going to make them almost bite-sized pieces, so that way when we bite into our chicken pita pocket, we don't get a huge bite of tomato. You should get little cubes just like these. Continue to do this with the rest of your tomatoes. And when you're done, you can simply lift your tomatoes and put them into your small to medium-sized bowl. Now that we've finished cutting our tomatoes, we're now going to start on our onion. So I chose a really small onion because you don't need too much of it, but if you have a bigger one, go ahead and use that. So we're going to cut this in half. So with your claw and pinch grip, cut it in half. Cut it all the way through. And then from there, you can go ahead and head over to your garbage can and peel off the skin. You can actually cut it too, to kind of help you out. After this, you'll be left with the white onion, perfect, nice and pretty. From there, you're gonna wanna slice strips, but not going all the way through, so that way it stays together as one pod. Holding the knife steady and slicing through, just like that. If you need help with this one, kids, make sure to ask your parents. They will be more than happy to help you. But if you got it, make sure you're just very careful with the knife. We don't want any fingers to be cut off, and make sure to use your brick claw. So after you cut it into strips, as you can see mine, I cut it vertically, which is long ways down. You're going to turn it horizontally, which is long ways to the side from left to right. And you're gonna dice them. So you're gonna slice down using a wave-like motion, pinch grip, claw. You got it. Make sure to cut really thinly, that way we have the onions being really, really small and tiny. And we won't get a huge bite of onion in our chicken pita pocket. Perfect, I'm gonna throw the stem away. And then we are left with our beautifully cut onion. You can add this to our tomato mixture. Now that we finished cutting our tomatoes, onions, and we placed them into our mixing bowl, we're gonna now learn how to mince some garlic. So as you can see, garlic is a very, very small thing to cut. It could be very hard, but I assure you it's not as hard as it seems. So you're going to grab your 1 clove and you're going to use your pinch grip and your claw to cut off the stem. Wave-like motions again, slice down, and then once you see all of the peels coming off, you can go ahead and head over to your garbage can again and peel off all the skin like we did to the onion. Like we have here, you're going to now begin to dice it. So you're going to slice it using your claw, pinch grip, and wave-like motions and sawing back and forth, so that way you get thin slices of it first. And then for mincing, what you're gonna do, you're gonna still use your pinch grip and your grasp on the handle, but instead of using your claw, since the pieces are too small to hold, you're going to simply place your knife tip on the board. You're gonna use your other hand, palm flat, avoiding fingers to be curling because you don't want them getting under your knife, dangerous. So you want to hold your palm out and you simply want to let your hand that is holding the handle do all of the work. You're going to pump up and down, cutting really small pieces of the garlic. And continue to do this until they're all really small pieces. And this technique is called mincing. As you can see, I finished mincing my garlic. They're in super duper small pieces. And now we're gonna add that to our medium to small mixing bowl with our onions and tomatoes. Now we're gonna move on to our main thing, chicken. A piece of chicken. This is the breast, like I mentioned before. It has no bones in it, or you ask your parents to extract the bone, but then it makes it super easy to cut just because it is all meat. There's no bone that will mess up your knife and you won't need to cut around it. So you're going to use your knife pinch grip and you're gonna want to dice it. So again, we're gonna cut slices, then we're gonna dice it. So holding it vertically like this, up and down, remember. We're going to cut down using wave-like motions, our claw, and our pinch grip. I'm going to actually separate this so that it makes it a little bit easier for me. Cutting this into strips, just like this. And then we're going to turn them horizontally or left to right. And we're going to cut or dice the chicken. After doing that, you'll be left with little cubes that are perfectly bite-sized. You want to have a lot of chicken. This is because they need to fill up all the pitas, but you use as much chicken as you would like. Again, using my claw and my pinch grip and my wave-like motions. Keep going until all your chicken's done. Now that we cut all of our chicken, we're going to add it to our medium-sized mixing bowl, to our onions, tomatoes, and garlic. This looks so good. You can smell the tomato and the strong garlic, along with the little hint of onion. Now that we're done with the cutting board, we're gonna simply put it in our sink. So if you can see, this mixture looks insanely amazing, but we're not done yet. We have to add some seasoning to make it taste even better than it already does. So we're going to add some salt, go ahead and sprinkle a little bit in, some pepper, this is freshly ground, and a little bit of paprika for some heat. But feel free to skip this if you wouldn't like it a little spicy. I'm quickly gonna go wash my hands and I'll be right back. Now that I finished washing my hands, I'm now going to add a little bit of feta cheese into our mixer. Feta cheese is a little sour, but it's also really tangy. I really like it, but if you don't like it, feel free to substitute this out with regular shredded cheese or anything else that you'd like, or don't add it at all. It's up to you. So I'm gonna add a little bit in. Next, I'm going to sprinkle in a few leaves of spinach. I washed this, but if you get it from the store, make sure to give it a little rinse before you use it. Put that into our mixer. And then with my spatula, I'm going to give it a little mix. I'm gently folding the mixture, that way we don't ruin all the texture that is in this. And now that that's all combined, we're going to now put them into our pita pockets. So I'm going to grab my pita pockets. As I mentioned before, the pita pockets are literally like a little pocket for you to shove a bunch of stuff into. So I'm going to grab my tongs and I'm going to use some of the mixture, opening up the pocket. I'm going to fill it to the very top. And I'm going to finish these off camera. And there you have it, Chicken Pita Pockets. Thank you guys so much for joining me today on this kitchen journey. I really hope you like this recipe, and if you did, go ahead and go down below and give this video a nice like and subscribe to this channel. Make sure to share this pita pocket recipe with a bunch of friends, and hope to see you guys soon. Bye!
Hello, I'm Monique and welcome back to the Rainbow Chef Academy. Today we will be making Caesar salad with homemade Caesar dressing. Right here. Then we have some lemon and 3 cloves of garlic, some Roman lettuce right here, grated Parmesan cheese, Dijon sauce, pre-measured olive oil for half a cup, Worcestershire sauce, black pepper, chicken, and some homemade croutons. You can make this by cubing some bread and then putting it to bake in the oven for 15 minutes, mixed with garlic and olive oil. So first we're going to start with the homemade dressing, and first we are going to add half a cup of olive oil. Make sure to get it all in there. And then we are going to add half a cup of Parmesan cheese, but because it's not measured yet, we are going to be using our measuring tools to help us measure half a cup. And then we are going to squeeze this lemon into our dressing. Squeeze it all in there. Now we will be adding the 3 cloves of garlic. You can also add 2. Before we add it, we need to mince it, and you can mince it safely using the claw method. Now we will add Dijon sauce, Dijon mustard, and our Worcestershire sauce. 1/5. We are going to measure over it so that in case it spills, it doesn't splatter anywhere, but just goes inside our dressing. So then we're just going to hover over and over. See, I already kind of spilled. And just put that in there. Spit it all. Put it in there. Then do that one more time because we just did 2/4. The first part of our salad is 1 head of Roman lettuce. Make sure it is thoroughly washed and thoroughly dried. You can tear it big and then tear it into smaller pieces. And now we will cut the chicken. So now that I have finished assembling my salad, I'm just going to add the black pepper to the salad and finish off the dressing by adding some yogurt into it. Just add as much black pepper as you want to your salad. So we are adding a 1/4 cup of yogurt, and then we're just gonna stir it up. Our dressing seems to be stirred. And then as you pour it, don't pour it all at once, but all over. I hope you enjoyed assembling this salad as much as I did. I hope to see you next time at the Rainbow Chef Academy, when next time I will be making the green grape parfait. Bye!
Hello everyone and welcome to Rainbow Chef's Academy. My name is Max. Today we will be making apple chicken salad. This is a healthy, tasty recipe. Yogurt, cooked chicken breast, celery, lemon, with some salt, apple. Let's start cooking. Don't forget to wash your hands for 30 seconds before cooking. To dice our ingredients, we will make a claw. I'm going to a cube. Cubing means that you cut everything into like little cubes. Now that we're done slicing our apples, we can move on slicing our celery. Now that we're done with our celery, we can cut our cilantro. It's kind of hard to cut since they're kind of like small. But if you press it down, it's easier to cut.
Yummy!
It tastes good. Now we're going to move on cutting the chicken. By the way, the chicken is cooked. Remember to use your claw though. I think we're done with the chicken. Now that we're done cutting our chicken, we're going to squeeze our lemon and sprinkle our salt. A little salt goes a long way. Lastly, we're going to put some fresh yogurt. Now that we're done adding all the ingredients, we can now start mixing and enjoy. It was nice cooking with you guys. I hope to see you guys next time when I make the caterpillar banana. Bye!
Hi, I'm Tyler.
And I'm Arielle.
And welcome to
the Rainbow Chefs Academy.
Today we'll be making Chinese chicken salad.
For our ingredients, we have mandarin, cooked chicken, a veggie mix, carrots, and also seeds.
To get things started, I will be shredding carrots.
And I'll be putting mandarins into the mix.
After I finish shredding the carrots, I will be cutting the chicken and using a bear claw to cut it safely. After I've cut the chicken, I will be adding it to the mix. And also adding the shredded carrots. After this, all we need to do is mix.
So now that we're done with the ingredients, let's move on to our dressing. Our ingredients are sesame oil,
Salt,
organic sugar,
rice vinegar,
and soy sauce.
So we want to start off with 3 tablespoons of oil.
Also, we need 1 pinch of salt.
Next thing we need is sugar, and you want to do it in a 1/4 cup.
Then you want a 1 teaspoon of rice vinegar.
So now we're going to do 1 teaspoon of soy sauce. Adding soy sauce is a fun flavor.
Then you need to mix it.
Let's start mixing! So here is our dressing.
Now we have to mix the bowl.
Time to add the dressing.
This is our delicious Chinese chicken salad. Thanks for watching.
Like and subscribe!